This fescue out here, it's had too much summer and not enough water. I was out of town last week, so I did not come out here and mow this, so it's been a 2-week interval on it. And it's kind of struggled through the summer. I mean, it looks fair on camera now, but close up, they had a rain while I was gone. And I mean, crabgrass just exploded in it because it was real thin and had a lot of opportunity for space. But anyway, this thing is we're getting really close to needing to plan on what we're gonna do to overseed this. I mean, heck, it looks okay in the picture, but I'll show you some close-ups. Hold on, Chris. She's texting me. Get out of there. All right. What's I talking about? Oh, yeah, I got crabgrass in it. I figure out what I want to do about that. It took a beating this summer, a dang beating. The water here, something about the well is not getting enough pressure. So, gotta see what I can do about that. Anyway, I'll show you some of the crabgrass in it, some of the thin spots. I think maybe over the summer it might have even got a little pythium in some spots, and I'll show you what I suspect was that. And we'll have to I think we're going to try to come up with a prevention game plan for this place next year for pythium, and also figure out if there's anything we can do about that well, and get ready for overseed. All right, I'll show you some close-ups. Stand by. This is out here in this fescue, so I got patches like this. I'm not getting very good sprinkler coverage, and I've said and realized that already, but you can see kind of where it's tracked through there too. That possibly could have been pythium, or just the mower or sprayer riding on that really stressed grass. But I've got monster crabgrass outbreak sedges. I'm gonna have to do something with this, I guess, before I seed it. And over there, another spot. Carpet grass out here. I've been impressed with how it's just kind of hung in there through the summer and toughed it out with very little water out here. This isn't irrigated or anything, but I hadn't done much to it. I did the one application of XGRN it's been over a month ago, and played around with like a 6-pack of beer and some molasses and humic acid on it, and put some micros on it. That might be about all I do to it this year. I put pre-emergent on it, and I might go one more, some kind of humic acid application. I don't know, aerate or RGS or humic and ice cream. I don't know, something. Anyway, carpet grass hanging in there. The centipede out here, this has spent most of the summer looking tortured, to be honest. Just out here along this road, no irrigation in the heat, it's just taking a beating. But they've had a little bit of rain, it's kind of bouncing back. So that's your centipede update. All right, if you remember the video from about 2 weeks ago, sprayed Monument back here. We had sedges and some broadleaf, but did what it was supposed to do. No ill effects on the Bermuda, and the sedges certainly seem like they are on their way out. Don't even realize how much you had in here till you see it yellow. So that's 2 weeks from a ½ ounce per acre of Monument. See just yellow dots everywhere out there. Got him. All right, gotta mow this now. So, something else I noticed in here, that I believe that's some large crabgrass in there. The Monument didn't touch it. So, Monument might not be your crabgrass waxer, but it certainly got with the sedges and some of these broadleaves that were out here. I don't see any remains of any of the broadleaf stuff that was out here now, so I can't show you anything, but there was a little bit of stuff out here. It's gone. Okay, I've been running the Carbon X, probably about 3 pounds of actual product about once a month out here, and no, we haven't had a lot of rain. It's not irrigated, but it's done pretty good. I didn't mow it last week because I went on vacation, but you know, mowing it at a higher height like it was, I kind of skin it in a couple places, but it'll bounce right back out of it. The Carbon X has done great out here. This Bermuda is really taking off. All right, a lot of people have worked hard to get X Green to the DIY market, and I saw a video today that kind of, it bummed me out. Be honest. A guy, I know he was good intentioned, but he put about 30 pounds of X Green on about 400 square feet. So when we say it won't burn, we just mean that it is more difficult to burn your lawn with it. Because we're looking at you know, 30 pounds and 400 square feet. Well, I mean, I'm just doing math off the top of my head. I mean, we're talking like 70 pounds, 1,000. Obviously, that's going to burn it, and it's got ammonium sulfate in it, and so he's probably looking. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. 8 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000, putting it out like that. So it's a bad idea. I'm gonna save anybody else who wants to do that experiment the trouble. In testing the X Green, I've put handfuls in a clump on the ground, and it will burn the grass like that. But in normal circumstances, putting it out normally, even if you make mistakes putting it out, it's hard to burn the grass with it. But if you put a whole bag in one strip and go back and forth in 400 square feet, you're gonna kill your grass. Just saying. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. No, don't do that. Don't do that at home. We're gonna run through this one more time just to do it. It's been done, I've done it in several videos. It's been done to death on several other videos. Every fertilizer is gonna have an analysis. Like this one's an 818, this X Green is, and the numbers reading across are going to represent your nitrogen, your phosphorus, and your potassium. So at the 8 there, that means that 8% of what is in the bag is actual nitrogen. So in a 50-pound bag like this, there'll be 4 pounds of actual nitrogen. So it's not a lot of nitrogen. So you can get away with putting a lot of this fertilizer out without damaging. Every grass has a tolerance. Every different turf types will have a different tolerance of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet, and you can go to NC State turf files or the people who put out your grass seed. Go to their website and look it up and see how many pounds per nitrogen your grass can, how many pounds per 1,000 of nitrogen your grass can tolerate in an application or season. With this being the 818 with 4 pounds of nitrogen in a 50-pound bag, I mean, you could put out half the bag on 1,000 square feet and just be at 2 pounds of nitrogen. That's a lot, and it would be very difficult to accidentally apply 25 pounds of this to 1,000 square feet and damage your turf. So that's why we say that it won't burn. It will burn, but it's difficult to over apply it to the point that you can damage your turf. And certain turfs are more sensitive to nitrogen, and so you know that if you accidentally put out 25 pounds of X Green on some centipede or something, you could possibly damage it. Just saying. I mean, that would be 2 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000. That's a lot
for centipede. So do a little research on your turf grass and understand the analysis numbers to know how much nitrogen you're putting out at a time. So just keep that in mind and use common sense when applying these products too. I mean, the XGRN is not foolproof, but it is harder to make a mistake and over apply it. And plus, with all the goodies in it, you don't need the nitrogen is not the important part in the XGRN. It's all the other stuff that's going to give you benefits and improve the soil and improve your plant. There's enough good stuff in there that nitrogen won't matter as much. And I mean, I've explained it in some other videos, but just use common sense on your turf.
All right, not a whole lot for a video. I just wanted to show you the monument results and checking out my Bermuda back here that I think is doing pretty good, and showing you how the Fescue fared through the summer. Got a little beat up. Anyway, just a short video. Thanks for checking it out. Appreciate you guys stopping by today.